And hello there, everybody. How are you all doing today? Here comes a demo for the Steam Next Fest, and that means lots and lots of demos to be played. Megan is here as well. She's being very quiet.
Hi.
So we're playing High ELO Girls today for the demo. This was one I've had on my wish list for a while because it seemed really interesting. It's a visual novel about a all-girl esports team, which I think is kind of a cool idea. So I wanted to check out, and you guys know me, I do like me a good MOBA, and this is like MOBA themed, right? So I've been really curious about this. So I had a little peek at the settings earlier. Just your basic settings, really, like full screen. I don't know what rollback side is. I feel like it maybe is a visual novel term that I'm unfamiliar with.
Oh, yeah. I'm not, I guess maybe it's the side that the text is revealed or something? I'm not sure either.
I have no clue. I like how it sounded like you were going through a lot of different emotions there. It's like,
Well, at first I was looking through the smaller options and like I didn't see it, and then I realized the middle option with the text was like labeled rollback side.
Yeah.
So I just like, I don't see what you're talking about, but now I do.
Very good. Very good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna hop right in. I'm having a look at OBS real quick. It says encoding overloaded for some reason. I don't know why that is. I'm pretty sure I can run a visual novel really easily, and it doesn't look like garbage on the preview. So we're gonna hope it looks good. We're gonna hope it looks good, and we're just gonna hop on in.
Maybe your OBS is dying.
Maybe. God, I hope not. I hope none of my stuff is dying. So I think I am a girl in this. So we're gonna call myself Fraggin, as is tradition.
I believe you are. Okay.
Good animation so far.
Really surprised.
Oh, did she get invited?
I would say she must have got accepted to the esports team.
Phase 1, early game duel. It's not her. It can't be. I scratch my elbow where I slouch at the freshly wiped down kitchen table. The scent of citrus cleaning agent tickles my nose as I stare into the middle distance. What could someone like that possibly want with someone like me? Regina? Uh-huh, I'm listening. Then why aren't you at the sink? You can talk to yourself while the dishes get done. Tingling heat crawls up my neck. Better not keep her waiting.
Hey,
right.
You have to listen to the Madre.
True. I hop to my feet and tighten the sleeves of my hoodie around my waist, reaching for the few dishes left to soak in the sink full of sudsy water. Applications? 8 cents. Wait, no, 9. One was kind of weird. Didn't ask for a cover letter. Did you send a cover letter anyway? Nowhere to attach one, Ma. It was all done in some janky job portal. I hate those.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I know what that means. I'm glad I'm facing away from her as I roll my eyes. I scrub away clumps of leftover egg and sausage from her morning scramble and rinse the last plate clean. Sounds like a test to me, honey. These recruiters, they've got all sorts of tactics for weeding out the lazies. I didn't raise my daughter to accept media. And we didn't mention this on the main menu, but Megan is also into MOBAs, right? Which is why I think it's really nice to have you here. And I'm not gonna lie, looking at the screenshots, it seems very League of Legends inspired. Which
I mean, it probably is. I played a lot of League of Legends back in the day, and I mean, we've even been playing a bit of Dota here and there. I really do like MOBAs. Like Pokemon Unite was also one we played a decent amount of.
Yeah. It's my own fault when a splash of gritty dishwater catches me right in the face. Shouldn't have checked the sponge like a toddler throwing a tantrum.
Oh.
But she always knows how and where to push me. It doesn't work like that. And now for a silence so tense that it feels like it'll cost my life to break it. Okay, Fraggin, take it down a notch. You're applying for every shitty admin job you can find that'll take 2 years worth of liberal arts courses. Remember what Dr. Winslow told you. It won't be easy, but you're trying. You've got to stop letting her get to you. Fraggina, it's not like you can just show up to an office with a box of chocolates and a handwritten letter to the CEO these days. I will actually kind of sympathize with this. I feel like it's a lot harder to get a job nowadays than it actually was back then.
Oh yeah, way harder.
Like, I feel like you actually, I think I talked about this before, maybe on stream, but I feel like back in the day, you actually had a lot more, like, of a chance to, like, go into a job and just say, hey, I kind of want a job, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, here, you can just start right now, right? Like, I feel like that was a lot more of a common thing back then, right?
Well, that was, but it's also the advent effect, especially when it comes to remote jobs, is you're not getting applications from maybe 50 to 100 people in your relative area. You're getting thousands from everywhere.
Yeah.
So they filter them out using their programs, which may or may not get you just chucked in the bin immediately because you didn't use their search terms.
Well, that's true too, right? A lot of the applications are kind of sent through a machine, I believe, for like certain terms, then dumped if like they either don't show up or they do show up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very, very hard to like actually get a job now in any field.
Well, it is, and even like recently I've seen on Reddit in our local area that there's a lot of people struggling just to get minimum wage jobs because they can't get to the point where they can get an interview with anybody.
Yeah. So if anyone here is watching this and you're struggling to get a job, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. There's lots of people out there. And
it's
if you
not just you, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. And if you have a parent like Fraggina's mom here getting on your ass about it, don't worry about it. They're just being a bitch. No offense to, you know, anybody whose parents are like that, but that's just kind of true, right? It's not easy getting a job nowadays.
I mean, yeah, my mom is 100% like that. I just have had the fortune to be with a certain job for quite a while, so I haven't had to, like, particularly spend a long time searching for a job.
That feel when Megan just basically called her mom a bitch.
Ooh, I mean, I'm not gonna say it directly.
You have to say it kind of backhandedly, like you did there. But I'm like, well, my mom's kind of like that. It's like after I go like, oh yeah, if your mom's like this, they're a bitch, right?
I mean,
Anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, she could be like that, especially with stuff like this.
Anyway, should probably get back. Everything is online now, and there are algorithms, okay? Algorithms. It's a talent, maybe even her number one skill. Ma's ability to trigger my self-loathing by repeating my own inadequate choices of words back to me. I loiter at the sink long enough to get my bearings, then timidly dry my hands and face on the floral dishcloth. I'm gonna eat upstairs. I've got this. Thing I have to do. Oh no, you will not. We're going to sit down and I'm going to have a normal family meal with my daughter. No phones. And hello, guilt. What took you so long? I can't, Ma. Not tonight. Look, I did my chores, I set the table, but a friend's counting on me. A friend? Yeah, Ma. I do still have some of those lying around.
Imagine that.
Say, whatever did happen to Hermes? Now there's a young man who's going places. Come to think of it, we haven't had him around for... Yeah, it's not Hermes. But it's Hermes adjacent? From your school club. Kind of, sure. This guy I know made a stupid bet that he could hit diamond in like a week. And I mean, he can't because he's trash, but there's a fat wad on the line. So I, being the generous person I am, agreed to boost his sorry ass for a cut. Ooh. A fat wad, Fraggina? It's just the saying. The point is... Ooh.
Ooh, how confident do you have to be?
I'm needed. Her mom's probably not gonna understand like a video game term like carry.
Well, yeah.
And like I feel like she wouldn't appreciate it being easy cash. She seems the kind of parent where it's like, well, no, you gotta work for your money, right?
Well, so yeah, like, no, she's gonna be very salty about that. She's like, no, you can't earn money playing a video game.
Yeah. So I'm needed. You're needed? Yeah, which it's not like that happens a lot around here.
Oh,
baby, if you're so eager to help around the house, I'm sure I can think of something. Ma, you know that's not what I meant. Well, it should be. Start by
Oops.
telling your wayward country-hopping vagabond of a father that it takes more than a few mortgage payments to get the bill collectors off our backs. Ellipses. Oh, don't tell me she actually feels bad for a change. Honey, I gulp, keeping my head down. I really don't want to do this tonight. Better just grab a plate and go. It smells good. Her stare feels like a laser boring in my back as I sidle? Is that it? Is that it? Is that a word? Sidle? Over
I
to the
guess.
grocery bags bulging across the counter. Sunday meal deal, right? Sigh. Got an extra 10% off. Nice. I'm gonna head up. I wince my shoulders, folding in on themselves. Even Ma's silence makes me feel small. And Dad, well, I'm already lugging around a sizable box of my own failures. Might as well all dump his on top of mine too, since somebody's got to carry them. I don't even know why she thinks he'd listen to me anyway. Annual birthday texts don't exactly make for a close-knit relationship. Isn't this just the juicy red cherry on top of a fucked up family sundae? I gotta get out of here. Thanks for dinner, Ma. Make sure you bring those dishes back down when you're done. Not a second after. You hear me? Do I ever not? Wait. Don't answer that. Relatable.
Yeah, I don't
But-
leave stuff in my room. I don't like it.
Barbecue chicken wings. Check. Potato salad? Check. Lemonade? Check. Plate piled
Ooh.
high in one hand and a glass of lemonade in the other. I settle in for the night. What?
Hey, Matt. The
Oh,
posters on
KDA.
the wall. They got the Pentakill album and the KDA.
You're right. Maybe this is actually League of Legends. I thought it'd be like a fake League of Legends thing, but you're right. They have KDA. I don't. Is the Pentakill up here?
It's
Admittedly-
the little like shield icon with the helmet in the middle, like right above
Okay.
KDA.
Okay, it is that one. I forgot. You can't see my mouse cursor. Apparently, I left it on for the OBS screen, which I think I normally turn off. But yeah,
Yeah, it's that one up there.
yeah. And Max Payne. I see Max Payne. I see a Max Payne poster. At least I want to
pretty
say
cool.
this is Max Payne. Just like very minimalist. I don't know about
I mean,
the
yeah.
other ones.
I'm not sure. I'm sure there are all kinds of references to, well, probably a lot of stuff in esports, to be honest, or just a lot of video games.
Probably. Okay, Frigina. Enough with the panicking and the stalling. There's no way the real ballistic K would friend you out of nowhere. It can't be her. So just deal with them and move on. Well, I will say, generally speaking, you delete the friend request, but so funnily enough, this is actually something that's happened to me in real life. Not in like a MOBA, but when I played competitive TF2 for a while, my friends and we posted on the old GameFAQs forum, and we had a big long thread just like about the team, right? And
Yeah.
generally what we were doing, because back then, like we didn't have a Discord or anything like that because it didn't exist, and we didn't have Mumble
Yeah.
or anything like that. So we had everything out on the thread, the GameFAQs thread. And this one guy named Dino posts. He's like, yeah, if you want, I can like help your team out. And I admittedly I wasn't like too familiar with a lot of the like the pros back then, right? Like for the TF2 scene. Which is funny because now I've known at least a couple, good few. But one of my friends who was into the pro scene at the time, he's like, yo, that can't be Dino, right? That can't be like the actual Dino like messaging us on that. So we ignored it for like a couple of weeks. And then eventually he like messaged back and he was like, hey, I'm still willing to help you guys if you want. And they were like, okay, sure, we'll talk with you. And it turned out it was the actual Dino, which was really fun. So he was a very interesting guy. I should probably message him again soon and just see how he's been doing. I haven't talked to him for a good like couple years now. But
Yeah, you should.
maybe see how he's been doing. Maybe talk with a few of my like old quote unquote pro friends. So we're gonna accept a friend request is what I'm trying to say, because I don't want to make the same mistake again. Might as well accept them. And there we go. Done. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? You can always block and report them if they end up being a weirdo. Yeah, true. Get Sheet on joins the tiny handful of friends I have on this account. Huh? Oh, nice, Pepe. Dank
Yeah.
McNuggets. That's a good one. Yeah, this is definitely the league chat for sure.
I was gonna say it's definitely based on the league UI.
Hey. I'm not sure what to do with this. I don't know. Do we say hi or who are you?
I mean, if it was me, I usually say who are you, because I'm not sure if I played with them before or what.
Yeah, okay. Who are you? Waiting for the reply, I'm guessing. I think I clicked. Oh, there you go. Who do you think, dumbass? Oh, cool.
Oh.
Don't think I'll regret this at all. IDK. That's why I'm asking?
It's probably the friend she's boosting.
Lamau. Well, no, I think they're implying that this is like one of the pro players, maybe.
Oh, maybe. I guess that's true.
Sucks about your promos. You will get back into Master, though. I know it. Thanks. Yeah, I know. Lol, cocky shit. Your last 2 DPS fed harden your top grudge inted to fuck with your mid, Lamau. What a piss, baby. A DPS trolling by dying on purpose multiple times to the enemy team? Standard Reckoners of Forsaken Lands for you.
That's quite the game name.
The stuff with my last top laner, though. That had to be a special kind of toxicity. Wonder if that guy ruined the other dude's promos. Can't say I wouldn't tilt too if someone kept destroying my shot at getting out of ELO hell. And you're all, I'm chill about it. Wow. That low IQ top demoted because your mid ran it down like a month ago and he still won't get over it. Seems pretty accurate for like high ELO stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. Promoting or demoting between divisions isn't that big of a deal. I demoted to Diamond 2 just last week. Here I am back with other hard stuck Diamond 1 scrubs. But demoting down to Diamond 1 from Master? That still hurts. Well, you're pretty funny, not gonna lie. Yeah. You're good though. You do your job.
Okay.
You watch me? Because that's not creepy at all. I drew the short stick. How do you think I creep on you, by the way? Good question. Jessicar solo queue is the only ranked queue publicly available for nosy spectators. I'm nowhere near Jessicar level, and neither are any of the randos I get in my games. BM.GG, huh? I don't know. How do you think they do it?
Probably live stats on bm.gg.
That sounds accurate. You watched the live stat tracker from my IGN on bm.gg. Maybe. You calling me a stalker? Kinda. You might be right. Well, that's reassuring. Besides, I'm only talking to you because I know you've been in Grandmasters before. Grandmasters? How I missed life up there. I drank of the sweet nectar that his reckoners played at that rank for all of 2 blissful days. Then tumbled back down the ladder. Sometimes I still can't believe I managed to cling to Master's ELO for a whole month after that happened. For the better half of a year, I've struggled to replicate whatever mental drive kept me playing that well to no success. And I've known no peace ever since. Hard to enjoy the warm piss water that is Diamond ELO when you know what a good drink tastes like. Wow, now you're really creeping me out. Good, well. Stay on your toes, Scrubbin' Bubbles. It's funny, because I actually used to play with a guy named Scrubbin' Bubbles, funnily enough.
Okay, that's kind of funny. That's a good name.
It is, actually. It's pretty good. See, I should message... See, it's just making me think I should message all my old, like, TF2 friends and see how they're all doing. See how they're all getting on in life. Scrubbing Bubbles. That feels like a nickname in the making, and not a kind one. Christ. Not the kind of conversation I expected to have tonight. Whatever. Are you really the ballistic bitch or, like, a weirdo superfan? Wow, sexist much. Excuse me? That's literally what she goes by. Lol. Yeah, it me. I like that. I just like the whole it me. I always find it funny when, like, just people say that. What the hell? Wait. I thought you got banned again. New account, genius. Now I see it. Get sheet on instead of get sheet on. Makes me wonder how many variations of this exact IGN she's been through. Jeez. Probably not making the best impression here, am I? Anyways, as much as I'm enjoying these sick bands, there's an actual reason I friended you. Really? Look, I got a 4-man pre-made, and you can be the 5th if you up for it. I checked my friends list, spotting get sheet on and matchmaking lobby status with 4 out of 5 spaces filled. The queues for regulars instead of ranked, but the collective MMR for a team led by the ballistic bitch has to be higher than my dreams. This is K? Would it be K, do you think?
Yeah.
K Muller, aka infamously toxic just a car level DPS player with a rabid YouTube following, after all. If this really is the ballistic bitch, then I'm already in way over my head. Wait, you want me to play with you right now?
You're gonna have to choose.
Yeah, come join my pre-made. You're not scared, are you? I gulp out loud. Perhaps sensing that I could use a cuddle or two, my perfect little demon kitty, Cruella, elegantly leaps into my lap. Cat.
Yay, cat.
Best kitty. It spoke
Nice.
itself. Nice. What role? I don't care. Up to you. Hurry up and decide, because you're either up for it or you're not. Get sheet on has logged off.
Oh.
The hell? Seconds then minutes tick by. The neon mixture in my lava lamp drips sluggishly. Not long ago, I was starving. Now I've lost my appetite. Is that it? The end of my story? I practically jump out of my skin at the sound of another notification. Friend request from... Huh, I accept immediately, heart pounding in my chest. Fuck me. Did she get banned
again? Yeah, she's got a different username.
The worst time for some shit for brains to get vengeful or whatever. I stare blankly at my screen. After a time, the dots connect. Did you seriously just get banned? Listen. Again. Listen. Just now. Listen. List him. I don't deserve this kind of shit from you, to be honest. Mini lulz.
Oh.
Laugh it up. Cash app. Cash me outside. Nice. Lamau ancient fucking meme. Are you fucking serious right now? Let's get you to bed, grandma. Man, this shit talking to pro is always pretty, it would be pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Look, I know I'm gonna fucking change it, you walking trash compactor. Shut up and pay me for wasting my time or join my fucking lobby. Sheesh. I mean, I should do it, right? I mean...
But then you're letting down your friend you're trying to boost.
It'll be fine, they'll understand. Megan, look, Megan, you only get like one shot at this, you know? Like, you only get one shot to get on like a proper team like this, you know?
I mean, I know, I get it.
Like if a pro player were like, hey, you know, you want to like join my team? Like you want to play with me in a lobby? Would you say, well, no, not interested. I got to like boost a friend. Like your friend would understand. I'd hope they would, or they're not your real friend. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Or just message him and say, hey, like, you know, if fucking pro players invite me to play. Like I'm gonna say yeah. Like I don't even care what anybody says. I'm doing it. You know? Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Plus, I feel like this person would actually get kind of pissed off.
Oh, probably.
I don't have to be told twice. Interesting. Do I get to pick? Oh, no.
Oh, they even have a different role icon, so you could play someone else for a bit.
Short demo coming soon. Full demo coming soon. Coming soon. Toya, Grace, Daphine, Kay, and Seneschal?
Seneschal, yeah.
That's an interesting name. I kind of like it.
That is.
Well, I guess we got to do full demo, huh? I don't know if there's a difference between these two.
I mean, I assume the short one might, well, obviously just be shorter. You could probably play two different perspectives if you want.
Maybe. Like, maybe we'll do full demo first, we'll do short demo after. Just to see if it's different. And if it's not, then we can just not leave it in.
Yeah.
Mid lane. Oh, do you get to pick like your position? Maybe.
I
Is that
guess,
what this
yeah.
is? Huh. I wonder if you would
Probably.
be able to do that throughout the game. Interesting. Mid lane, my primary position or my primary domain. High mobility assassins, and Megan, you play mids. This is like actually perfect for you.
Yeah, I
I
want to play mages
play
though.
like in League of Legends. I primarily play either support or top. So funnily enough, short demo was kind of my path in the video game.
Yeah.
High mobility assassins, control mages. I can play whatever my team needs from me. I'll flex support if I have to, but if I'm queuing up for anything else, it's to troll. Let's get it. What playstyles? So showstopper. Are independent risk takers who thrive on their own self-assurance. Actions result in breathtaking outplays and disastrous misplays in equal amounts. Go big or go home. Followers are independent listeners who take direction well. Actions result in safe counterplays and reliable execution when consensus is reached. Teamwork makes the dream work. Wild card. Wild cards are spontaneous entertainers who fly by the seat of their pants. Actions result in mind-boggling replays to help everyone understand what just happened. What even was that? So what do you think we should go for? I'll actually let you choose this.
Go for Showstopper. I think it sounds fun.
Go for Showstopper? Okay. I assume these are all like different like paths you can take too, which is pretty cool.
It probably changes some dialogue options.
Oh, okay. So I don't pick here. It's just telling me what they all represent. And I can probably make them during the game. Probably.
Probably. There's probably icons by different chat options.
Yeah. Here we go. Reckoners of Forsaken Lands. I touched down in the wasteland with a mage reckoner, a versatile laner with strong utility to make up for his lack of health and armor. Nobody talked in voice comms in Reckoner Select. Weird. Oh, on Discord, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know this matchup. You're fine. I've run this Reckoner against my opponents several hundred times. I'm not green enough to feed him easy kills by dying to telegraphed plays. Then again, I've never played this high up on the competitive ladder before. It's only regs, but a quick glance at bm.gg on my phone tells me what I need to know. My enemy mid laner looks comfortable and confident in Grandmaster ELO, and I'm still something of a Diamond 1 rank, Master's Edge case. Don't suck yourself out of the game, Fraggin. Confidence is key. Reckoners of Forsaken Lands is a game of seconds, not minutes. This is because the first wave of enemy grunts spawns within the first minute of a match start, then every 30 seconds after that. Enemy grunts are the currency farmed to spend on damage, health, and power upgrades over the course of the match. How I handle the first wave marching towards me from my opponent's side of the lane determines how my game will progress. I know what my opponent wants to do within the next 60 seconds. I know this because I play his Reckoner too, and I know what will give him the edge. With the matchup in mind, I have to decide how I want to play my next 60 seconds. And with no comms to fall back on, I've got to ensure that anything I need from the team can be communicated through pings alone. Do I want to play my lane passively, aggressively? Or do I want to look for ways to support my teammates? I can help my top laners. I guess that gives me like a friendship bonus, maybe.
Yeah.
So I can help my top laner, push without vision, bully my lane opponent, or pull the wave safely. I don't know. What are you thinking? I would like your opinions on these, even if I don't necessarily pick it.
I mean, assuming this is similar to any MOBA I've played, if you're playing a mage, like generally you kind of just want to play safe for most of the lane unless you have a range advantage. So I would probably either do pull the wave safely or bully my lane opponent. But doing an early gank is fun.
Okay, so you gave me 3 options out of the 4 I have.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, here's part of my logic too, right? Here's part of my logic. We're going with the assumption that the people I'm playing with are better than me. So if I help my top laner, that's probably more beneficial than me trying to do stuff.
That's true.
See, I'm doing it logically. I'm gonna help my top laner. I'll roam to help top lane. Choosing to leave my lane puts me behind in farm, but I sense a tower dive on top lane in the works while my teammate buys items at our base. It's easy play for the enemy to choose, and a missed opportunity if they don't. My Reckoner is a control mage after all. If I can intercept an enemy dive, I can save our top laner from having to use a beam tablet to get back to lane and defend his tower. Farming top lane a tiny bit will make up for the farm I left in mid lane too. Alright then. Enjoy the free gold. For now. Do you talk like that when you're gonna go gank someone? Is that what mid laners sound like?
No.
I ping to my anonymous teammates that I'm roaming top as I head out of my lane and into fog of war, disappearing out of my enemy laner's line of sight. I can't see the enemy team's warning pings about my sudden absence, but I know they happen. The enemy top laner and jungler will be on high alert now. I take the safer route through our side of the map, avoiding the neutral nanostream path to make sure I get to top lane without dying. And my instincts are right. The enemy top laner and jungler are already on our tower. It's a dive that I intercept and hold off alone when my top laner walks back to lane. It's a decent play. I get what I came for. Enemy farmlet would have died to our top lane tower anyway. And a lane left in a better state than I found it. Now our top laner will be able to beam aggressively for cross-map plays, rather than having to wait 5 whole minutes for his beam to come off cooldown. Boy, you better love me for that. Okay, we made a decent play, I'd say.
Yeah.
I finished out early game surprisingly strong. Roaming top could have put me at a disadvantage, but having cleaned up that top lane enemy wave makes it possible for me to go toe-to-toe with the enemy mid laner later on. Now an enemy team full of G-Masters and Justies will have to think twice about trying to eat my pathetic diamond ass for breakfast. Time to analyze our current stakes. Weighing lane and tower states, CS scores, map vision, the start of certain item builds, kill, death, assist ratios across my team and his. Mid-game doesn't look too bad for me. Just don't fuck it up, Fraggin. I can tell when I'm being carried. My teammates are handling their business in their separate lanes, with K doing what K does best. Talk shit and get hit. Our support cleans up her messes, leaving me to farm and take the first enemy tower in mid lane, but only after they take mine. But shit happens. At this point, I begin counter-building to shore up any weaknesses in my kit that the enemy mid laner can take advantage of. It's not the best position to be in. Ideally, I'd be forcing him to counter my build path with defensive items bought back at his base. What I've got going for me is opportunity. I'm so close to a pretty decent power spike after farming gold during early game. But if I don't purchase what I need soon, the enemy mid laner will outscale me. I'll be useless in a fight, leaving my team to 4v5 while I get picked off if I try to join in. I need more gold to finish building my offensive item, and I needed it 5 minutes ago. How to line my pockets? What do I do? I mean, let me see.
I mean, based on what we saw, you would probably want to try and go for a solo kill.
Yeah, I think so.
Because if you can get a solo, well, if you can go for a solo kill, it would put your enemy laner behind, and it would also give you the gold lead you need to get ahead of them before they start to outscale you.
Okay, we can try for it. Since I picked the last one, I'll let you pick this one. I will not, because I don't think helping my jungler would necessarily get me gold. It give me friendship points, I guess, but that's not really going to matter for the demo, at least. So, you know.
No.
Solo kill for gold is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if this is a mistake, then we know whose fault it is.
I mean, that's fair.
It's right there, waiting for me to reach out and grab it. It would be my fault for not stopping you. The solo kill of K's dreams. There's my enemy laner, greedily farming my allied grunts when he's already ahead in CS, and boldly out of position to do so. The way he's weaving in and out of my range, almost tempting me to attack, tells me either his jungler is near, or he just thinks I'm too much of a scrub to take him on. The disrespect is tangible. And I'll be just about confirming how shit I am at this game if I don't play this right. But you know what? Fuck it. What I hate most about this game is being underestimated. This dickhead's probably checked my rank and decided he doesn't have to take me seriously. No time like the present to correct him. I go in, and I go in hard. It's a bullshit move. Wild, chaotic, definitely not the kind of play anyone with good sense would pull off. Pure cheese, no matter how you look at it. But the RNG gods smile down on me for a change, and I get lucky enough to startle him so bad that he mispositions and panic fires from the hip, wasting all kinds of resources. It feels good. Real good. Great even, if only because I know his teammates must be giving him hell for letting someone at my level knock him so far off kilter. He won't be getting back the time lost while dead at his base anytime soon. I guess that's true. If he dies to a diamond, his teammates probably are gonna like shit on him a bit. And it's probably gonna mess with his mental.
Probably.
But we both know it was a fluke. A one-off. There's no way in hell he'll let me get away with a kill like that again. No time for celebrating. No end zone dances for me. Just gotta keep it moving and extra carefully now that he'll be hunting for revenge for the rest of the game. Better put the gold I mined from his reckoner's corpse to good use, or else my little show will have been for nothing. The laning phase comes to an end, and I'm still here somehow. I scared my enemy laner so badly that for a second he forgot how much better he is at playing the game. Felt good, but it's time to look ahead. Every role has its pros and cons, its strengths and weaknesses. A mid laner's bread and butter is her flexibility. I play the shortest lane on the whole map. The ability to get anywhere else faster than my teammates is a benefit I should always be leveraging. In other words, I could use a new scene. Just gotta make sure to mind the scenery for my closest ally. Excuse me. For my closest ally, too. No woman's an island. Okay, maybe top lane's an island. Poor dude. Taking a poke from his enemy laner like a giant swatting at a buzzing fly while the rest of our team actually does shit. Boring. But that's not me, so I shouldn't play like the loner I am. I can feel a fight brewing. Everyone's restless, ready to go. You can tell we're all sick of a slow early game of clearing the weeds and setting the table for company later. I don't have to wait long. A fight pops off after my enemy laner roams out of view, and I slip into fog of war myself, invisible to enemy eyes. Laners disappearing off the map tends to put everyone on edge. I know they'll be on the move in seconds if they aren't already. Luckily, our jungler's done a good job lighting up the whole southeast side of the map with torches designed to catch out any enemies wandering into our territory. Only my team can see our torches, which makes spotting out the enemy mid laner in a cone of allied torchlight on the bottom side of the nano stream easier than expected. The torchlight also catches their jungler near the lower entrance of the nano stream, right where the diagonal flow opens up into the middle of the bot lane. I follow, ready to jump in where I'll be at my best. What do I do? I don't know, making thoughts?
I mean, you're playing a control mage. I feel like you should be controlling the fight and trying to see if you could get them to go into your territory. Or
I mean,
by your CC.
That's true, that's true. We are playing a control mage. So we'll control the fight?
Yeah, sure, if you want to do that.
Well, that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
And I do agree with this one, actually. It's either this or protect the support. I think this is a bit better of an option, though. I should play standard I should play standard and control the fight with the utility baked into my kit. After catching out the enemy mid laner for a solo kill, I put a target on my back. Positioning just right to pump out crowd control at the start of the fight will feel like I'm rubbing my lead in their faces. It's addictive, this feeling of showing off to people who expect way less than the hell I'm giving them. But I can't let it get to my head. I'm here to do what's expected of me, so I do just that. My Reckoner's got a healthy mix of burst damage and stuns baked into his kit, and my fingers are already at the ready. It takes a cool few seconds of making sure I'm positioned just right, but then I land a beautiful 3-man stun that locks the enemy DPS, jungler, and mid laner down for 3 whole seconds. It's like shooting fish in a barrel by the time Kay comes galloping into the team fight with guns blazing, burning health bars down with a kind of glee I can almost feel through the screen. She's toxic as hell about it too, spamming emotes as she whips through her ability rotation with the kind of artful mechanics that make her a solid teammate 50% of the time. They're not even especially mean emotes. Pretty cute, actually. But in the context of a brutal clash that sends the last 2 enemy survivors back to base to lick their wounds, that adorable alien icon winking high over Kay's head? Yeah, that's mean as hell. Probable toxicity ban for Kay incoming in T-. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap on mid-game, with me making it through relatively unscathed. The one fight turning stun I landed helped set us up to crush late game. Feeling good about that one. Close it out strong, Fraggina. Right, I can do this. At this stage, I've got enough completed items in my inventory to make for a real threat in more ways than one. It's not just my burst damage the enemy team needs to fear. No, it's my utility too. New players learn to think of the ultimate ability as the most powerful tool in a Reckoner's kit. Play enough matches and you start to realize how mistaken that is. My Reckoner is a control mage through and through. Heavy emphasis on the control part of the title, meaning my strengths lie in my ability to move or restrict movement of other players. At this point, I can practically I can't talk now. At this point, I can practically redraw the map by deploying damage over time AoE that no opponent will want to stumble upon. I'm not only capable of moving pawns around the board with the utility in my kit, I can move the tiles themselves. And that's just what I intend to do. We're far into enemy territory now, and we've got the other team backed mostly into a corner with Kay pinging for all of us to fall in line behind her. Opponents posture at the 3 different entrances to their base, ready to defend the 3 towers we need to take down in order to breach their thresh core. I can see their mid laners stepping out in front of the rest, throwing out wave-clearing spells that makes pushing for their base without allied grunt backup a bad idea. But it's only a matter of time. They can only stall out for so long. And even if they do hang on long enough to steal an Overlord buff out from under our noses, they'd have to win another team fight against us to gain back lost ground. Not gonna happen. Time to claim the whole board as mine. How do I do that exactly? Could burst the big threat down.
I feel like, yeah, it's either burst the big threat down or stage your team's offense.
I like both those options, to be honest.
Yeah.
What did she say her character's really good at? Did she mention
controlling space?
Controlling space. I mean, that could probably burst, right? Oh, I don't know. It's between stage your team's offensive and burst down the big threat. I feel like we need to do something kind of showstoppy, right? Show people how good we are. And I feel like we're doing pretty good for that.
Yeah.
But bursting down the big threat would probably look pretty cool, though.
It would be, but I'm assuming it might be the kind of thing where, like, yeah, you burst them down, but then you get caught and die. So it's a 4v4 again.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll stage your team's big offensive. It's a game of footsies for now. Dance with me. Bit cringe, but at least no one's around to hear me say that shit out loud. There aren't many places for the enemy team to go, but their mid laner's frustrations are clear. I can tell he's spoiling for a match-turning fight. He wants the hero play, but I won't let him have it. Instead of letting my impatience get the best of me, I opt for stepping forward only to back out of range faster than he can reach me. Gotta be careful though. The Reckoner he's playing has enough mobility baked into her kit to dive and assassinate me if I'm too slow to dodge away. That's the goal. Bait out his abilities, put them on cooldown so he's useless in a fight. But I can't afford to die in the process. Come on. So I irritate him as best as I can while my team rotates to other base entrances, constantly moving in and out of range. I'm pushing and chipping at his patience. I dangle my squishy little utility mage to right over his hungry mouth, and just when I think he's too composed to snap his jaws at me, he goes in for a nasty bite. It's close. Too close. I have to take a couple of hits and avoid panic blinking out of there when the pressure gets too hot. But I save my blink for the last possible second, disappearing with just 2 ticks left on my health bar, and reappearing safely behind my support, who soaks the full force of the mid laner's bloodthirsty ultimate with ease. What I don't expect is for my support to dash after the enemy mid laner and clean him up with a ground and pound that bleeds him out and leaves his Reckoner dead on the spot. Really, the body block by my support would have been more than enough. That's how they do things this high up on the ladder, I guess. Less than a minute after that, we win a fight against the enemies left standing, and it's lights out for their chance at a comeback. Victory! The enemy thresh core explodes in a cloud of electricity and shattered circuits, leaving me to my thoughts as my racing heart calms down. I don't think we died once. That's pretty good.
No, we had a good game.
Good KDA.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. A lot to improve on. But maybe not as much as I thought. One thing's for sure. These teammates are next level. Kind of an honor to play with, if I'm honest. And I even managed to keep up most of the time. Back in post-game lobby, I type GG, well played. Nobody says it back. That same awkward silence follows me out of the lobby. Why the cold shoulder? Hadn't we played well? Hadn't we won? Another message pops up, interrupting my confusion. So. Ooh.
Crushed it.
Yeah, we can be confident, I think. Crushed it. Heh. Heh. You think so? Did I not? We'll see, won't we? Whatever. Anyways, you on Strife? I rarely accept friend requests on the game itself, much less my socials. Yeah. Well, give me your Strife, dummy. Aren't you curious about what this is all about? Cruella slinks around my feet, then leaps back into my lap. Her bright eyes hold my attention as I scratch a little love into her chin. I'm not stupid, despite what my former friends might think. People are always cruising for teammates to compete with this high up on the ladder. I haven't said yes to any of them yet. What's in it for me? Some time passes. What? You're building a team, right? What's in it for me? Damn, girl. Haven't cracked just your rank and you already negotiating. Bold as fuck, lol. And you know I'm hot grill how? Another beat of silence. Look, this isn't my job, so like, you gotta pony up your Strife or not. You know who I am and what I can do. You think I'd jump on a squad with just anyone? Heh, I'll give her that much. Lurk in the scene long enough and you'll come across clips of her infamous interview with Trevor Gifford on YouTube, Reddit, you name it. Still blacklisted from TTF's training facility? I see you're a long-time fan. I'm flattered. And I'm patient, but not that patient. Same, so Strife or nah? I think we gotta do it.
I mean, yeah.
Dank McNuggets. I mean, we gonna go through all that and just say no? Like, what are we? Would we really want to be that lame, right? You big fucking dork. Start coming up with better options. Nobody will shoutcast Dank McNugs with a serious face. But they'll take get sheet on seriously. Come on, you think I'd go on stage with that? On stage? Just how serious a tournament are we talking? And here I thought you were angling for Twitch rivals. Okay, oh sweetheart. It's so much bigger than that. Shit, I've said too much. Fuck, why am I like this? Bye. Wait.
Why?
Except to Peach Moog on Strife.
Because Peach moves so much better.
Nice talking to you too. I slump in my chair, rubbing the pressure building at my temples. Except, Peach Moog was it? Okay, I can do that. I swap to Strife and check my pending friend notifs. PGMMG. Peach Moog? A new direct message pops up immediately after I approve their request. Thank you in advance for your time, Fraggin. Inhale. Exhale. No problem.
Also, I like how we've clearly moved to Discord.
Yeah, I know, right? But, can I ask how you know my name? University Esports Club roster. Our scouting methods are as broad as they are thorough. My stomach jumps. I haven't logged into my old student portal in a long time. Nevertheless, I perfectly typed the exact URL in one try. Backslashes, numbers, and all. Username, password. Here goes nothing. To my surprise, my login credentials still work. I don't really want to think too much about that. Clicking through
fair.
That is fair. Clicking through to the Esports Club webpage, and there I am. My name and IGN proving membership despite having dropped out over a year ago. Seriously, Hermes? Can't keep the blog updated either? What a joke. Just so you know, that page is way out of date. Yes, I am aware. How do you even find that? It's for students only. You'll come to learn just how resourceful I can be. Resourceful? A thrill creeps down my spine. The sort of thing doesn't happen to me every day. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued. I apologize for the cold shoulder. Silence is a useful tool for weeding out incompatible teammates out of the process. But this approach lacks an elegance it makes up for in efficiency. You're saying y'all act like assholes on purpose to see who's willing to tolerate you? I suppose that's one way to look at us, though hardly a charitable assessment. Sorry, lol. It's not like you're giving me a lot to work with here. You're correct. Let's try again. Good day. My name is Grace Park. I am the starting jungler for Momentum Gaming, a grassroots esports organization that has been in operation for a little over a year. We are one of 12 teams invited to compete at the Moongate Invitational on the condition that we report a full 6-person roster to the Solar Reckoning League by early April. As you may be aware, a full roster consists of 5 starting players and a 6th substitute. I have it on good authority that at least 2 of the other Moongate teams have recruited substitutes in name only. That is not how we do things at MMG. Rather than signing an intern or close family friend, we are rigorously searching for a final member who will bolster the team through patience, ambition, a strong work ethic, and an unflinching commitment to our vision. Which brings me to what we can offer you, should you make it through to the final stage of our recruitment process. In a few words, an annual salary, medical and dental insurance, and paid leave. Other benefits include stock in our parent company, Aerospace Cosmetics. All details will be made available via employee contract should you receive a formal offer. Holy fucking shit. Is that it? Not, is that it in a bad way. Wanted to be sure you were done before I said anything. Yes, that is it. Oh, cool. Okay. Cool, I mean. Okay, that's awesome. Wow. You got Kay on board as DPS? Yes, Kay Moeller is our starting DPS. We are very lucky to have her. Who else have you got? Vermilion, the streamer, is our starting mid. She spectated your game. You'll be happy to hear that she was impressed with your performance. No way. She saw me?
Ooh.
I should note that while Ballistic and Vermilion are fine with this reveal, I will not disclose the identity of our other starters until you sign this non-disclosure agreement. A file titled MMG Team Comp NDA.pdf has become available for download in our chat. Can't remember when I last used my scanner. Hope it still works. Here's a DocuSign link if you would prefer to sign the NDA electronically. Is she reading my mind? I click the link and scroll a single page of dense text that pops up in my browser. Blah, blah, secrecy, blah, blah. You worried about poaching or something? The loyalty of my team members is solid. It is relative strangers I do not trust. I hurry to select one of the pre-drawn signatures that most resembles my handwriting, and sign a few lines with a click of my mouse. Haha, sorry, I was just kidding around. I get it, honest. Signed and sent. Not like I had any devious plans to begin with, but the thought of Grace being even a little bit disappointed in me doesn't feel great. A few minutes pass before their next message. Document received, printed, and verified. The full starting roster for MMG is as follows. Toya Thompson, MMG Gatto?
Yeah, I think
At top. At top. Grace Park, MMG Farwellian at jungle. Daphne Russo, MMG Vermilion at mid. Kay Muller, MMG Ballistic at DPS. Seneschal Sotomayor, MMG Supportal at support. It's a good name for a support player. I read the names several times in my head, then again out loud. Toya, Grace, Daphne, Kay, and Seneschal? Toya. That name. Why do I know that name? My brain starts to hurt from forcing the connection, so I bounce a lazy shrug and return to typing. How long did you say this whole recruiting process is exactly? Starting tomorrow, you'll be expected to play with our starters at a minimum of once per day every weekday for the next 2 weeks. That's a lot. I mean, it's only one game, I guess. But still. You'd probably play more often if, like, this could be a potential job. I'd play a lot more.
Well, yeah.
These will be evening games in order to accommodate our daytime obligations, but we will work around your availability as needed. If selected, you will receive a formal offer of employment on the penultimate Sunday of March. I mean, I basically play Raffle all day, every day right now. Works for me. It's gonna be weird playing with everyone for weeks without voice comms. Or even typing in chat. My mistake. Silence was only for the initial screening. Use the client for in-game voice chat. Additionally, you may now message any of us whenever we are available. Oh, okay, I see. The others are quite eager to speak with you. Have them here at your leisure. At least one will reach out tonight. Oh, hey, that's cool. Let me just... I mean, I will, but I just have to do some things first. Take your time. Here's the list of usernames for reference. 5 usernames for 5 teammates. Things are getting real. I quickly send each of them a friend request before I lose my nerve. Let me send through a formal document outlining expectations for the next 2 weeks. You'll find prudent momentum gaming information enclosed with documentation for your lawyer. Thanks. This is all very thorough and pretty overwhelming, to be honest. But I'm excited. I don't think there's anything else in the world I want to do more than this, actually. Your enthusiasm is appreciated. One more order of business, if you please. I have obtained your gender from your school records. However, what is on file does not always reflect reality. Will you please confirm your pronouns? Oh, right, sure. She/her. Thank you. No problem, no problem. What about you? Like, all of you, I mean. My pronouns are she, her. The other MMG members accept she, her as well, though their pronouns may vary. The others. That makes us... That can't be an accident. I keep a tight schedule. Are there any other questions I can answer?
Maybe what happens after Moongate?
Yeah, what happens after Moongate? What happens after Moongate? Like if MMG wins a spot in the SRL. If we are an entry into the Solar Reckoning League, our next order of business will be the expansion of our 6-person roster to a 10-person roster. This is a contractual requirement for all franchised SRL teams. We will also require investors to scale the organization. We are funded for 2 more years under our parent company, as the Invitational runs every 5 years. We will assess the viability of running this organization in its current form after our 2-year run. Wait, so you're saying it's make it or break it at this point? Effectively, yes. It
always is.
Wow. True it is. That's a lot of pressure. I prefer to think of it as potential. Any other questions? I mean, I guess I might as well just ask all of them, right?
I guess.
Are we trying to be the next Team Tuxin? Not to be that bitch or anything, but are we trying to be the next Team Tuxin? If I said yes, would that be a problem? Okay, what would Team Tuxin be in this case?
I assume it's a reference to the league team, the Sirens, that were all girls.
I see, yeah, because wasn't that really bad?
Yeah, they played like one LCS game, and the team they were playing against just banned all supports and basically kicked their asses.
Damn, that sucks.
And because they were all like, I think their highest player was someone in like low diamond, but most of the girls on that team were in gold or plat.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, it was more a publicity stunt than an actual real competitive esports team.
Yeah, I think we'll say no. I think you're right. I think what they tried to do was awesome. It might not have worked out, but not because they were all women. I mean, that's true. Yeah, like that is all true. Like, cause like there are a lot of higher level like female players, right? Like in League of Legends, that probably would have been better choices.
Like there's some. There's just obviously they don't have a lot of publicity when it comes to online presence for the high ELO. Most of the people in high ELO anyway are mostly like one tricks and stuff, right? So
yeah. I'm relieved to hear that. Their dissolution was a disappointment, but I cannot fault their efforts. Why do you suppose that it's so hard for a team like that to achieve greatness? Is that a real question? Of course. Please provide a real answer.
Nice.
Is this a test? Ooh.
I mean, based on the way Grace has been talking here, I'm assuming she might be looking for an answer like not hungry enough. They didn't want it enough.
Probably. That's probably the correct option, yeah. Because I wouldn't say not supported enough. Although it probably is also fairly accurate, to be fair. And
I think not supported enough is a decent one, but not self-aware enough. Yeah, I don't think she'll like that answer.
Probably not. Yeah, I think you're right with not hungry enough. Ruffles full of assholes. You know this. I know this. That's life, right? I don't know. It's like their mental went boom before they could even get started. You gotta want it bad enough, or else you're just gonna choke. You're saying they weren't tough enough to handle the rampant sexism and misogyny they faced on a daily basis? That's like meaner than what I'm trying to say. It's more like they weren't hungry enough. It's really unfair, but you either eat shit knowing it's only temporary and a good meal's on its way, or you burn out hard and very publicly. Do you believe in our capacity to handle toxicity? Yeah, actually. Do I?
Yeah.
Vermilion and K have been handling it for years. Like, yeah, there are some fringe incels who still troll, but people take them seriously. If they think MMG can take hits and keep going, then yeah. I really do. Any other questions? Yeah, what rank is everyone? May as well just ask all of them. Why not?
Yeah.
What's everyone's rank? Dozens of teams applied for Moongate, but only teams fielded genuine competitive prospects, meaning an average rank of Grandmasters or higher were accepted. BM.GG tells me that all my teammates in that test game qualify, but I guess I need to hear it from Grace herself. Most of us are Justicar at present. I'm currently Grandmaster due to a number of unforeseen obligations that have redirected portions of my time. Oh. Well, shit. We only ask that you do your best. Any other questions? Not right now. I mean, if I have any questions, I'll just DM you. As previously mentioned, I am often busy. However, I will always respond. Do not mind the delay. Oh yeah, sure, of course. No rush or whatever. Okay, well, I think that's all. I sincerely look forward to working with you during the recruitment process. Please read through all provided documents, particularly the section on tryout protocol. Have a good rest of your evening. The little green dot next to PGMMG swaps to gray when Gray signs offline. Intense. My heart's racing like I've run an entire marathon and I haven't even done anything yet. I take a deep breath, replay everything back in my head. Smile hard enough to make my teeth hurt. Now what? Oh, do we tell Mom or do we tell Hermes?
You don't tell Mom. She's the kind of person where, like, she hears this, she just thinks you're going on your own little fantasy, and she's not gonna take it seriously.
That's true. Okay, we'll tell Hermes.